give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Mr. President, before I start my statement, once again I'd like to draw your attention to the importance of the Security Council returning to holding in-person meetings. The conditions in the Security Council chamber lend themselves to this. The improving COVID situation in New York, as well as the easing of restrictions here, shows that normal life is gradually returning. Mr. President, we would like to thank the Special Representative, the Secretary General, Volker Perthes, for his report on the development of the situation in Sudan. And we'd also like to thank the representative of Sudan for his statement. The domestic political situation in the country is still very complex. The events in neighboring Libya are having an adverse impact on it, as is the number of IDPs and refugees from neighboring African countries, and also the spread of the coronavirus cases. Given this, there is concern over the worsening economic crisis and the growth in societal tensions. More than 9 million Sudanese people need humanitarian assistance, and more than 7 million inhabitants of the country are short of food. In this regard, we trust that the work of the UN Integrated Transition Assistance Mission in Sudan will help to build Khartoum's capacity in important areas such as peace building, socio-economic transformation, and we trust it will also foster peace and the rule of law within Sudan. The signing in October last year of the Juba Peace Agreement between the Transitional Government of Sudan and the Sudanese Revolutionary Front was an important step towards a lasting stabilization of the situation in the country, and also towards tackling numerous pressing issues. We strongly urge all armed groups, those who are still outside the peace process, to join this agreement. We regret the fact that Abdul Wahid al-Nur is still refusing to engage in dialogue with Khartoum. Those who have influence over the hardline opposition should exert the necessary pressure on that opposition. We expect the swift launch of the negotiation process between the authorities and the Sudan People's Liberation Movement North al-Hilu faction, based on the declaration of principles signed by the parties. We trust that UNITMAS will provide the necessary assistance in this process. We welcome Khartoum's willingness to take a comprehensive approach to tackling the root causes of the conflicts and the intercommunal strife in the various regions of the country. The swift implementation of the National Plan for the Protection of Civilians, and also the government's announcement of the 8 critical measures in the area of security. We believe that this all will give an important boost to this. Sudan is facing many challenges. It's important to step up the pace of carrying out economic recovery initiatives and also of implementing the peace-building agenda. In these circumstances, we deem it particularly important to support balanced contacts, that is, with all the Sudanese authorities, and to support their efforts to implement the Constitutional Declaration of the 17th of August 2019 to promote domestic stabilization. Mr. President, we note that Darfur is gradually becoming peaceful once again. Isolated intercommunal skirmishes in some states are not changing the overall picture of what's happening. the authorities' coordinated response to incidents demonstrates Khartoum's eagerness to take a comprehensive approach to stabilizing the situation. We are pleased with the SG's assessment that UNAMID's drawdown, and this included UNAMID successfully dealing with the challenges it faced, that this drawdown is going according to plan. We're also pleased that close cooperation has been established between the UN, the AU, and Sudan. We note in this regard the efforts of the UN Secretariat's leadership. Mr. President, in conclusion, we'd like to say a few words about the forthcoming renewal of UNITMAS's mandate. Under Chapter 6 of the UN Charter, a deployed special political mission can carry out the task that the Council has conferred upon it solely in cooperation with the host country. In this context, we expect that official Khartoum will provide relevant comments as to which areas the Sudanese authorities deem to be priorities for the mission. It is the Sudanese who invited the UN mission to their country. Accordingly, it's up to them to determine where the efforts of the international community should be prioritized. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for her statement.